May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or watching this channel for the first time, what we do here is we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I also have another YouTube channel, a much smaller channel called Latina Diaspora, where I discuss issues regarding Latinos residing in the United States. The link to that channel is in the description. I also want to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled. Meaning, if you're not a subscriber and if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you'll need to subscribe to the channel. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel, whether you've been there from the very beginning or just recently joined. I really appreciate your love and continued support. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices and those who watch from the clouds, even the haters and even those who don't know anything about me but make comments about me like they know me. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so already, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. So tonight, we're going to have another episode of Open Discussion. For the benefit of those of you who are not familiar as far as what do we do when we have open discussion, I will discuss my thoughts on several topics. Of course, the audience will have an opportunity to opine regarding each topic which I will cover. At the same time, the audience will also have an opportunity to bring up the items that they want me to talk about, which I will do my best to comply. If it's something that I know very little of, I will state so accordingly. Okay. Now, being that it's open discussion, we're going to go with the first topic. Actually, the first topic was going to be that everything has been quiet here in the C2 streets. Wrong. Apparently, the circus has been at it again, making their comments regarding individuals, including yours truly. Okay. Particularly one individual who apparently, I don't know what's the issue, talking about that I'm playing innocent, that I am constantly talking about this individual. Okay. First of all, where, when, okay. The last time I commented had to do with regarding the back and forth between Rashid and Visions of Asia, and I already expressed my point of view on the subject. So, so anyone that's trying to make it out like I'm some sort of instigator and I'm butting into business as far as the African American community. Um, I hate to break it to certain individuals who do not understand, but there is a thing called freedom of speech, and I have a right to express whatever opinion that I have, or I don't have their share. Okay, I mean, as much as some people want to believe, but we do have freedom of speech. Okay, even with certain limitations as far as what is permissible within the YouTube guidelines. So all I'm gonna say is either produce your evidence or shut up. Okay. Why are you still beefing about stuff that went on in 2024? We're already in 2025. In fact, we completed the first 10 days of 2025, and people are still stuck in 2024. And some cases, people are still stuck on stuff that happened 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Okay, look, things happen. Okay, get a life, move on. Okay, and if for some reason you're not able to move on, then do yourself and all of us a favor. Get therapy, please. Okay, and another comment that was raised regarding how pathetic my channel is and how long it took me to reach 500 subs. Now I knew from the very onset, excuse me, I knew from the very onset when I created this platform and I created my niche as far as my content concerned, it was going to take time to to build subs. Okay, first of all, because I don't get into the wretched crap. I don't get into a bunch of name calling. I don't create beefs with other people. I just try to be the best version of myself and talk about everyday issues where hope people can relate to. Okay, so the fact if anyone is commenting regarding how pathetic my channel is, it seems like whoever that's being done said has no life because why are you even talking about little old? Okay, I'm just week in, week out, trying to stay in my lane and focusing on content. Okay, and yes, I have an audience. Yes, I have a support group. Okay, uh, do I do I have thousands of subs? No, I have 506. Okay, but it's all generically grown. I didn't have to buy subs. I didn't have to do any. I didn't have to do any register streams or anything of that nature. I just try to be the best version of myself and create content. That is all I am trying to do. And some people just need to get a life. Okay. And really, with what I do when it comes to this channel, both these channels, it is a labor of love. Okay. I am not getting a penny doing this because I haven't gotten to that point yet. And yes, I have a community. Okay. I have people who watch my content weekly. I have people who support my content. Okay. Now there are days where it may not seem like a lot of activity in the chat. I mean, it is what it is. People have lives. Okay. People have other things to worry about. Okay. And let's keep it real. Our content creators are live tonight as we speak, so that's going to affect the attendance. But that's not going to stop me. I'm just going to continue to create my own content. So all I can say is to the naysayers. I mean, um, you know, get some therapy, please. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do. This is basically a recap, okay, of all the streams that I did on both my platforms. Okay, on Monday I did aging with grace, where I spoke about the fact that as we grow older, okay, we have to be on top um, of our physical body, because sooner or later the body starts to decline a little bit. The hearing starts to go, the vision starts to go. You may be walking with a limp, you may be walking with a cane. Okay, yep, and sometimes the body takes longer to recover. So one of the keys to be able to age, among the keys to age gracefully, maintain a healthy diet, maintain a healthy lifestyle. Okay, uh, establish close ties with people within the support group that you will form. Those people who actually do that are able to age gracefully, okay, and many of them remain vital going into their 70s, 80s, or even 90s. Let's see, and of course, on Wednesday, I spoke about the news regarding the mulattoes. Okay, now, as I stated um, on Wednesday, okay, I do not consider myself an expert when it comes to mulattoes. Okay, and I have a great deal to learn. Okay, and also what I discussed on that stream was based purely on observation and my interaction with other mulattoes. Okay, and of course I have to define what the term means, because for some people they look at the term mulatto as an offensive term. As I stated also, there are those that will interpret it as such. I don't. I don't. It's just like basically these are people who cannot change who they are. They're the offspring of a white parent and a black parent. That's all the term mulatto means. And I still have a great deal to learn, and I'm willing to learn once I have um, responsible resources that I can speak to, that I can look up, so I can be at least educated when it comes to mulattoes. Okay. And of course, last night on Latina Diaspora, I discussed the situation regarding possible ban on TikTok. And I gave the history regarding um, what led to this point. Um, it is set to go into effect January the 19th, which is 9 days away. I know that this case went to the Supreme Court, um, and President Trump has asked the Supreme Court to delay the ban so he can try to negotiate something regarding TikTok. If he can do that, I think it'll be great. Okay, because I do know for a fact that there are literally thousands of people on TikTok that make money, that depend on TikTok for their livelihood. And if TikTok is banned, they will have a problem. So, and of course, tonight it's open discussion. Now, the next topic I'm going to talk about is regarding next week's streams. Okay. Of course, I'm going to do my typical three streams on this channel, one stream on my other channel. Okay. I already determined what's going to be covered on this platform next week. Monday, I'm going to be talking about avoiding toxic people because we all come across people that are very toxic. You know, they love to create chaos wherever they go. So I'm going to be talking about how to avoid toxic people. I'll be done on Monday at 9:30 or the 9:15. I'm not too sure. On Tuesday, I'm going to be talking about patience, a Christian perspective. So I'm going to be describing patience, but with biblical verses. So of course, it's going to be a Christian um, introduction. Okay. Now I get it that there are people that may watch this stream that are not Christian, whatever. All I ask is open your mind for what will be discussed, and then you decide whether or not it's worth any merit or not. Now on Thursday, I started working on a topic for Latina Diaspora. I will have something going definitely by Monday or Tuesday, the latest. And of course, Friday will be another episode of open discussion. Okay. So the next topic that I'm going to talk about is possible topics. One thing I definitely want to discuss is have a discussion regarding Creoles, who they are. Okay. And of course, to have that discussion, of course, I'm going to invite. I'm going to see if I can invite my brother from another mother, Georgia, uh, to lend his expertise, and hopefully, perhaps, we can invite Lady Creole Malad to make her presence here. I think both these people will be able to give a good education regarding Creoles, who they are, and what makes them so unique. I mean, I could do the research on my own, but it would be great if we can have these individuals come on this platform. And of course, they can address whatever questions that the audience may have. Um, I'm going to try for the next several few months not to talk about politics because it can get very heated and not everyone is capable of having a mature conversation regarding politics. Now, I get it. We all have different points of view. We're all going to disagree and what have you, which is perfectly fine. The key is let us be agreeable when we disagree. That is the key. That is the key. Okay. And of course, I'm going to be brainstorming some other topics. Okay. Uh, I'm going to try to stay away from the gender wars if I can because it gets a little bit too messy. And we do have individuals that feel strongly about their their viewpoints regarding the gender wars is concerned. And the problem is usually it can go get down to, well, it's the men's fault, it's the women's fault, and going back and forth. And it's one topic that I'm would rather avoid discussing. Okay. But definitely, I want to talk about some other mental health issues. Okay. Also, I would like to have a discussion regarding feminism as it is in 2025. Just have to figure out how I'm going to do that. Okay. Um, and of course, uh, anyone can join the conversation, but I really would appreciate the ladies step on and opine. Good evening, Donna Mano. Yeah, I mean, look, basically, it's like it's like a pissing contest. Who can piss upon? Has this YouTube channel where he produces a lot of great content. So I'm gonna ask that you show some love to him, check out his content, and support his channel. Yeah, I mean, usually when it comes to the gender wars, it's usually because you have men and women who've been hurt or betrayed or whatever. We create all this nonsense regarding a gender war. Okay. I think we can all agree that we need each other. Okay. Definitely, if we're talking about trying to procreate and have families, we definitely need each other. Okay. And really, um, both can complement each other well. Let's see here. Gender wars mostly talk about what they are getting any love on their personal time. Yeah, but let's keep it real. I mean, you have certain individuals that are upset because they're not getting any action from the opposite sex. So as a coping mechanism, they come up with narratives regarding a gender war. And instead of doing that, what I should do is recover from any past relationships, okay? Heal, seek therapy. So therefore, they don't bring in the emotional garbage from broken relationships into a new relationship because what that does is it creates more emotional dump at heart. And plus, it creates a false expectation that all of the opposite sex is the same. And we know that's not true. And I'm going to cite a perfect example. I've had uh, a girlfriend who was Dominican. She dumped me on Christmas Day 14 years ago. I have another Dominican lady who I married and I had to divorce because we were both unhappy. Okay. And there was a lot of mental problems which were not being resolved. Now, if I was a bitter type of person, I would say the old Dominican women are the same. We all know that's not the case. Okay. And it's never good to paint a broad brush on an entire group. Just because you have negative experiences with one or two people. Okay. You just have to learn and not make the same mistake. That's what every mature person need to do. Unfortunately, we have certain individuals who lack the maturity to recognize that they need help, who, and who lack the humility to seek help. Okay, because we have a lot of people out there that hurt, no, that hurt, and we all know for a fact hurt people hurt people. Okay, and that people who have some sort of mental trauma or emotional trauma will bring that trauma to other people in one way or another. That's just a reality. Okay. Now, what to expect on this year? Well, I can say this much. For starters, I endeavor not to repeat the same mistakes in 20 that I did in 2024 and 2025. The first thing I'm going to do is just make sure that I don't get involved in beats with other people for whatever reason. Okay, because it can get emotional and it can get messy. Okay, and some people, let's keep it real, they lack the maturity. They just to keep it on their side of the fence. So I'm not. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to. I'm gonna do my best not to comment on. Okay. And I see my Wi-Fi is acting up again. Okay. So definitely, that's not what I'm gonna do for 2025. And also, there's some topics I'm going to avoid. Okay. I'm going to try to limit the discussion and when it comes to politics because people don't know how to discuss it without getting emotional. I'm going to try my best not to have too many discussions regarding the gender wars because it's stupid. One thing I'm also going to try to avoid doing is reaction videos. Okay. I didn't do too many last year. I did a couple, but the difference is that a lot of the reaction videos that I did was sharing videos that another YouTube creator called DD has shown, and she has publicly give people permission to share. So those are the only ones that I've done are reaction videos. So I might do it once in a blue moon, but it's not gonna be a constant stable. Okay, because after a while, people get a little lazy, and it's one thing just to comment on other people's content. It's another thing when you actually um, use the brain, the gray cells, to come up with topics, do research on topics, and then be prepared to discuss your topics with whoever is willing to listen. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is mixing in action. Of course, there's certain YouTube creators that are continue to be not producing content. Now, hopefully they're doing well. Okay. But the reality is this. This is something people need to understand. It takes a great deal of time and energy to create content. First of all, you have to brainstorm regarding what are some topics that you think your audience will want to partake in. Okay. After you do that, then you do your research to support your evidence. Then you get the facts together into some sort of an intelligent, cohesive way, and then you present your evidence. That is time consuming. Okay. And it's not like you just open up StreamYard and just start talking. Okay. If you want to be successful, you really have to plan it out, what you're going to discuss, and also be mindful to try to keep it um, within a certain reasonable time length. Okay. I mean, there are people who are able to do streams for 5, 6 hours. No, not me. First of all, people have lives. Okay, so what I generally do, if you notice, when it comes to my lives, I try to keep it around 2 hours. At least that way, people can um, see chunks of it over a couple of days. So, but you know what? But there's a lot of content creators that have not been creating content. Okay. Um, it's been a long time for Truth Teacher to have air any content. Also, the same thing with BroTab. Um, Denise, she hasn't produced any content for a while, but I am familiar with her situation. Um, Radical Latinos, the same. But but the fact of the matter is, and again, I have to keep saying this, that it takes a lot of time to create content. It does, and people have lives, and there might be situations which we're not familiar with, which will prevent people from creating content. So now the next thing I'm going to be talking about, there's going to be some changes in my other channel. Okay. Well, main focus is going to continue regarding Latinos residing in the United States. I'm going to be discussing other issues, okay, that can have an impact on Latinos. For example, yesterday I discussed the issue with the possible banning of TikTok because we do have a lot of Latinos who are content creators on TikTok. We also have individuals who manage to make money and enough to almost to live on. Okay, and of course, if TikTok is banned, then you have a situation when you have people some people are going to be deprived of a livelihood. Okay, and of course, no one thought there might be a possibility that TikTok may be banned. And of course, I've had my issues with the possible ban. First of all, as far as getting into your data, we have individuals here in the United States that manage to get our data either through the telephone or, or emails and things of that nature. Okay. Now, the idea that the Chinese government is concerned about what I do with my social media, really? I mean, I don't think the Chinese government can give a rat's behind regarding what I do. But we shall see. And of course, as they provide more information regarding the situation with TikTok, I will provide it. And the next thing I'm going to be talking about, sure, I have a co-host. Okay. In all fairness, when I created this YouTube channel 3.5 years ago, one of the things I was hoping for that I will have a co-host, someone that will come here, and then we can both discuss things and give our perspectives. Um, I would like to have a co-host, okay, because that person be able to highlight certain things that I may overlook. Um, should I get a co-host? I don't know. I think what I'll do is this weekend I'll do a poll on my community tab where I'll ask the question: should I have a co-host or should I not have a co-host? Now, as far as who will be my co-host, okay, I will say this much: if I was able to have a co-host, that person would be able to understand my mission statement, okay, which is talking everyday issues and trying to find logical solutions. Also, whoever's going to be my co-host is got to be able to highlight certain things that I may overlook. Will I get a co-host this year? I don't know. The year's early. We're only 10 days into the new year, so anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I think this weekend I will do a poll, which the question is, should I have a co-host? And then what I'll probably do is, um, I was thinking about doing another one. Who will be my co-host? But then again, I don't think I'll do that. I mean, then I come up with certain names which there's no way they're going to be able to contact. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about is called pushing the envelope. Now, one thing I do see in these YouTube streets, we have certain individuals that put stuff that, while it may not be totally offensive, but it's off-putting. And I guess the reason why they're doing that is to try to create an audience. Good evening, Gigi. Thank you very much for stopping by. And let me just say that my friend Gigi has her new YouTube channel called Perfectly Mixed. And I know that there's been a couple of times when she had to delete channels and then create new channels, delete new channel. And I mean, one thing I will give Gigi, she is very good in what she does, as far as creating content, as far as having discussions, and doing it with a sense of humor. Okay, which is something that not everyone can do. Okay. Now I know the haters are probably like, "Oh, here goes Jose, acting, being a saint, blah blah blah." Well, you know what? I am entitled to my opinion. You don't have to listen to my opinion. In fact, you don't even have to consume my content. Okay, because I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Okay, but you know what? So be it. But yeah, you do have certain people that kind of like push the envelope as far as like controversial topics, controversial discussion, um, the name calling, and things of that nature. You're welcome. You're welcome. Did you? I mean, I have never been the type of person that try to push the envelope too much. And basically, part of it is the type of person I am. I mean, I don't consider myself to be really a controversial person, individual. Also, I just try to produce content on serious topics of which no one discusses. Okay. So obviously, when you develop a platform, when you discuss serious topics, and you don't go wretched, and you don't go, you don't create scandal, it's going to take a while for your channel to grow. My channel has to, okay. And to all those who talking about how my channel is so pathetic because it took me a long time to get 500 subs. Well, at least I didn't have to buy them. At least I didn't have to finesse my way to get the subs. The subs were generated generically, okay? Because people somehow, some way, find value in my content, okay? That's a reality. And really, I truly, and I said this before, and I'm going to continue to say, I really appreciate the amount of love and support all of you have given me. Whether it be from the Latino sector, whether it be from the Black sector, whether it be from the mixed sector. Um, I don't know if the Golden Spirit still exists or it's been dead. Good evening, Cake. Welcome. I think that you are a first time here, but in any case, welcome aboard. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate you stopping by. Just out of curiosity, Cake, what type of content do you produce if you're a content creator? If you don't mind me. Okay, okay. You know what, Molt? You know what? You have been sorely missed here on this YouTube stream. You've been sorely missed. I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful New Year's Eve. I hope everything's okay with you. But believe me, you have been sorely missed. Okay. So just for the benefit of those of you who just hopping on, I having open discussion. Okay, when I talk about different topics, it seems like one individual has taken issue with me. Okay, talking about that I'm a grifter, talking about that I am an instigator, talking about that I'm not so innocent, talking about that whatever that I know I want to talk about the circus, but I'm the ringleader. Really, really, okay. I'm just a 62-year-old thought trying to create content, okay, and try to do it in a way that's tasteful, but yet someone gets triggered by me? Really? Yes, I know, but you know what? Thank you very much. I missed you too. Okay. My cyber granddaughter, because I'm old enough to be a grandfather. I know it, but so be it. But you know what I find amazing? That the same that the same ops are still talking about you two ladies. Okay. It's like they have nothing better to do. Come on. This is 2025 already. We don't need why are we rehashing old beefs? Okay? I mean, come on, it's 2025. Okay. It's going to be embarrassing at this point. Okay. It's like they have this obsession. Really. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. They're having this obsession with certain individuals. Okay. And they love to create narratives and things of that nature. And the same things over and over again. Repeat it's like repeat rinse. I mean, really. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. So I'm having another episode of open discussion. Would you believe, Irby, that someone is apparently obsessed with me, talking about that I am creating drama, talking about that I'm trying to be the ringleader of the circus and things of that nature. Really? Really? I mean, I find it odd. I think, look, I'm just simply trying to be the best version of myself. That's all. And some people are so butthurt by little old me, and some people are butthurt over the same over people that have not been around for months. Yep, the same people, which I refer to them as the circus because they act like a bunch of clowns. Okay, and then someone talking about how pathetic my channel is, how pathetic that it took me so long to reach 500 subs. Well, you know what? At least I got it generically. Okay. At least I didn't have to buy subs. At least I didn't have to finesse the algorithm and what have you. Yes. Yes. She is definitely welcome here. And not bad for a pathetic platform that gotten over 190,000 views, and I gained over 200 subs last year. I mean, that's not bad for some pathetic channel. Okay, and my question is, if I am so pathetic, why are you sweating about me? Okay, why? Why? I mean, are you actually that insecure that you have to be focusing on little old me? You that insecure because I produce content weekly. You're so obsessed with me because of the people that I choose to associate with. Well, I got news for you. I'm going to associate with whoever the fluff I'm going to associate with. And if you have a problem with that, you know what? There's the door. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, and I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. It is because of the support that I've gotten from all my supporters, which I with a lot of love and affection, refer to them as the uncommon folk. Okay, and you know why I call them? I call you the uncommon folk because you're the people that actually use your brain cells. Okay, you actually use logic. All of you actually can think. All of you can actually are able to analyze stuff. All of you are not going to get emotional. That is why I refer to my supporters as the uncommon folk. Okay? And all of you are uncommon. All of you are very special. Okay? Whether it be Gigi, Multi, or Cake as she call, Irby, Georgia, Embrace Your Curls, um, Integral the 18th letter, uh, Kesha, whomever. Yes, I can say this, Cake. You have been sorely missed. Okay. And of course I mustn't forget one of the best mods in the world, Riza, who every time she comes here, she's always putting um, the link for the various creators that appear on the panel or the chat. So I'm so happy to see you back here. Okay, and okay. Oh, that's right. And also, Don Amano got his DNA results. Okay, and it was very interesting. And of course, I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm also looking forward to the summer where my lady, my lady will make a presence here again. And this time she plans to stay with me for a whole month. So of course, you know what I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to take her uh, sightseeing, some of the, check out some of the scenes in New York. And of course, we're going to go down to some Dominican restaurants and we're going to have some quality time and things of that nature. So definitely, um, hopefully, I can uh, ask her to make her presence felt on this YouTube channel, and then we can have an interesting discussion. Yeah, yes, I'm really looking for it. And this time, she says she's going to be staying with me, which means I'm going to get some nice home cooked meals. I'm going to have some quality time with my lady, and of course, introduce her to my siblings. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Oh, of course, of course. Okay, of course, I cannot forget wine. Of course not. I have to get that. And of course, I have to make sure that when I pick her up from the airport, that I have some appropriate gifts. Um, she's more she's more into stuffed animals than flowers. So definitely, I need to get her some stuffed animals and things of that nature. But I get it, Cake. Look, it takes. It, yeah, I mean, look, the reality is this, and I said this earlier tonight. It the fact of the matter is, It takes a lot of time and a lot of energy to create content. Okay. And I see here we have a guest. So let me just state for the record that the views of those who appear on the panel are not necessarily those of the host. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host is so prohibited. By occurring on the call, you waive your right to your image. Some of the views that people hold may be offensive to some viewers. If you do not like the content, you can block their channel. And now we're going to bring in our guest. Okay. Good evening.
Hey Jose, are you able to hear me just fine?
Yes, I
Because
am.
I got it because I'm on my laptop and I'm actually using my headsets and I'm actually just speaking into a mic. I'll show you.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
You see?
Yes.
Can you hear me
Yes.
just fine?
I can hear just fine.
Nice. Man, I give you some double mint gum, but I think you're a bit too far for me for that.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. So
Hold
tonight
on
we're
one
having
second. 1 second. Oh, hey Irby, what's going on, man? Nice to
yes,
see you.
yes. We also have Multi in the chat, otherwise known as Cake.
It's great to see you, Multi. Peace and blessings to you, to Florida, and to everyone else down there.
Yes. Well, actually, unless I'm mistaken, I think she's in Texas. Multi.
Oh, okay. Well, wherever you guys are in the world, peace and blessings to everybody then.
Okay.
Cool.
Apparently, I heard that someone else has been talking a little ish about me again.
I can't stay for too long, but what's going on here? Or you can even just say it like in the private chat or whatever, or give me a little bit of an idea. What's up?
You know what? I'll talk to you about it in Discord.
All right.
But
Sounds good.
but this is what I've been told. Supposedly, I'm trying to create drama. That I'm trying to create a circus. That I'm trying to grift.
So it's hard to believe if you're trying to grift, because if that were to be the case, you would already have to be very well established in your platform, your networks, and the amount of money that you pull in. But you're nowhere near that, Jose. So I am highly skeptical about that. There's a lot that comes with grifting. So it's just not something that I'm really going to buy.
Yes.
So
And
no.
then someone stated that my channel was pathetic because it took me a long time to reach 500 subs.
So everybody has like a particular kind of calling though. Like some people, they're going to be called to either have like a significant audience. It doesn't really mean that they're great, or they're going to be, a lot smaller though, to where they're going to, just meant to cater to more of like a smaller audience. So whether you grew to 500 or 1,000 or whatever, doesn't really matter though, as long as like you are living that rock solid purpose that strives to edify your audience. I think that's matters a lot more than the amount of people who have subscribed to your account or whatever.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just simply being the best version of myself. Okay. And apparently, some individuals can't deal with that.
Okay, well, thankfully it's their problem and not really ours, because the question that I would have for them is, are they prioritizing drama and beef, or are they prioritizing like trying to like really edify their audience, really try to uplift their audience still, or really try to like, do things that's actually going to encourage people to grow? Because as far as I know, for a lot of people in the beef sector, they're very stagnant. if you notice.
Yes.
So like that girl that you and Gigi told me about that I didn't even know when Gigi wrote her name in the private chat. I don't know her, but yeah, when I checked her out and everything, all I just see is just somebody who is just a bit stagnant, you know?
Yeah.
So
And
would
you
you
know
rather
what?
grow and
Yeah.
edify or be
Yeah.
stagnant? Which one?
No. I mean, look, I said this before, and I said, and it's gonna, I'm going to continue to say it. Everyone is free to govern their platform how they see fit.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem is when you know what, Irby, I just wish you had Discord, um,
Yeah,
because I don't want
Irby,
to,
I would. Sorry.
yeah, because I don't want to mention it here because next thing you know, I'm creating drama myself by simply talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Irby, just get on Discord, request Jose, and he will just give you the rundown as to whatever is happening. I don't even know because I've been a little bit out of the loop
Well, I mean,
because I think that you have to really think about this is that, you know, 2023, 2024 were some very turbulent times for all of these quote unquote spheres.
yes.
And so I think that I've already said my piece more than enough times. I've already shared my side of the story and I've even busted people, clearly fabricating a bunch of stuff in their heads about such and such. We already know exactly what happened. And you see that they have backed off, at least from me, if you've noticed that.
Okay.
Because I think the message was set clear, though. But
Okay. Yes.
hey,
Good evening. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Ryle GPT. If I'm mispronouncing it, please forgive me.
all right.
And I think this is your first time here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um,
LA,
I hope,
GPT.
yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream that I did regarding mulattoes the other day.
I missed that because I was in the middle of working.
Okay. Well, basically, what I did was I discussed my own personal viewpoint regarding the term. Okay. First of all, I gave the definition what it is and how it developed. And I know that some people consider it a negative term. I don't. It's just basically um, basically you're the offspring of a European parent and an African parent. That's all it is.
So yes, and then like in more like I guess you could say recent times, it's just gone on to mean somebody who is just noticeably Afropean because even now the Dominican Republic is now being deemed a mulatto nation. Same thing with as the Cayman Islands and Cape Verde and the northern parts of Brazil, which are called the quote unquote Pardos peoples too.
Yeah.
So obviously neither one of my parents are quote unquote monoracial. I mean, you guys have already seen my parents, and for the record, people, my mom is actually a Griff, and my dad was some like Afro mulatto guy. If you guys really want the rundown about that, now obviously, no, I am not a Griff, not enough for that, but my mom is for sure is a special Grift,
Okay.
like Malcolm X or Denzel Washington or Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
So
Now, in all fairness, I kind of hesitated at first to discuss the topic because really there's a lot of stuff that I still don't know regarding mulattoes, and I wanted to give it like a fair representation. So, of course, everything I discussed was based on my observations and my interactions with mulattoes.
yeah, I'm very indifferent to the term anyway. And so I would say, Jose, tell Georgia you want to do it. So Irby, we actually already did, technically speaking, though. But me and Jose and Dominique are open to it.
Yes. Well,
But yeah,
definitely, I would. Well, definitely, I would love to have a discussion regarding the Creole community. Okay, so I would definitely like to have you discuss it, and hopefully, Lady Creole Mama Lot will will stop by. I know she's very busy and things of that nature, but we really will welcome her here.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, regarding the whole racial categorization or terminologies, I don't even care really at all about it, though. It's just a word. But what I can admit is that yes, it does have a lot of historical baggage attached to it. But guess what, Jose? Guess what? So does the term black. It also has probably far worse historical baggage attached to the term as well, because
Yes.
black was actually at one time used to dehumanize people of sub-Saharan Africa during the colonial period, by the way.
Hmm.
That's quite a great deal of baggage right there, but we can see the term is socially acceptable. So I think it would be hypocrisy to probably favor one or the other when they, you know, both carry a degree of historical baggage, with probably one being worse than the other. And by the way, it's not the mulatto term. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah. But I think I did a decent representation. I mean, was it perfect? No. But basically, but like I said, it was based on my observations and interaction with other mulattoes.
Hmm.
Okay. And to be perfectly honest, I was hesitant using the term because I didn't want to come across as being disrespectful to those of that community.
Dude, man, we're not going to really care about that at all. Not even like Lady Creole Marmalade, because if you actually look on one of her community tabs, she made it very clear that, hey, she proudly considers herself in the mulatto Creole category, such as myself. Mulatto Creole MGM. That would be me and her, except I just give her a lot more credit because she is actually from New Orleans, whereas I'm from the Bay Area.
Yes.
Yeah, but she did tell me that there was a point in time where she was living in the Bay Area too. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Except she was still born and raised in New Orleans, and New Orleans was also a integral part of her upbringings, not mine.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
we're a little different, but we still accept each other and respect
Yeah.
each other too.
Hmm. Yeah. But definitely one mission is of that I have for this year is to avoid the mistakes of last year.
Yeah, like I said, stagnates. I think that you gotta show that you're growing in some capacity, right?
Hmm.
And how are you growing?
Well, I mean, basically, you take a look. You take a look you know where you have your failures, and you try to learn from your failures, and you try to do better. You try to strive to be the best version of yourself.
Hmm.
But one of the
Yeah.
topics I'm going to be discussing, actually, Monday, I'm going to be discussing the topic avoiding toxic people.
Oh, yeah, I remember when we talked about that last year. Remember when I was reading out of my book too?
Yeah. So, and of course, the next topic will be patience, a Christian perspective.
Fruit of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5 talks all about
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Love,
So
kindness, goodness, patience, and virtuousness, kindness, and even, as they also will say, even adding in things like sexual purity in the mix too. So all those things fall under the fruit of the spirit.
yeah, which is
So
unfortunately for a lot of people, it's almost a forgotten topic.
yeah, even like wanting to be married and everything, I think that both couples ought to have that nice, good fruit of the spirit, though. Because like I'll even say it for myself, like even when I would like to meet the right lady someday, are we going to move in together? I had to say this, but hell to the no. I do not really want a woman living with me if that ring is not on the finger. Sorry, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
yeah. Because you know what
No,
it is. That could be a huge temptation. Okay, because of course feelings can cloud vision, and before you know it,
yes.
you're getting into that scenario that only married people should enter. If you catch my drift.
Yes. Okay, let's just be quite honest now. Obviously, we're not trying to, push anything on somebody else still, but even from a secular perspective too, if you really want to just stay secular here, I think that sharing the same roof is just a very special privilege that just seems to be reserved for a husband or a wife who is super duper trustworthy, has taken accountability. The list goes on if people just want to keep it secular. Wouldn't you think so? Because I think that you probably should not give your boyfriend or your girlfriend husband and wife privileges, or having a girlfriend tell you though that, oh, why don't you get like a car payment, why don't you get this credit card? I'm like, lady, you're not my wife, so don't you tell me what to do, so shut up. Just the same
Well,
way that I would like for her to tell me to shut up if I'm telling her stuff that is only reserved for her husband. I'm not her husband, so I would hope that she would tell me to shut up too. If you catch my drift.
no, believe me, I do. But unfortunately, we're living at an age. Okay, you know what? Let's keep it real. And if some of the ladies get upset for me, so be it.
Yeah,
You
and
have
even
you have I mean you have certain ladies that want traditional men that will court them and buy them gifts and things that and all that sort of stuff. But yet they don't want to be traditional women. Make that make sense.
will we be perfect at it? No, but um like I said, I lived with my ex fiance before though, but a fiance is still a fiance. That's not your wife just yet, even though it's a step towards becoming a wife though. But yes, we lived together at the time, and it's not going to be something I'm ever going to do ever again. It's just for the best, and no, there's no trauma or anything. It's just growth. It's what it is. So even Irby in the chat is getting excited. He's rooting us on. So Irby, I would hope that she would tell me to shut up about that too, because I'm not her husband. Okay. Like I don't want, like I said, I don't want a woman telling me,
Well.
"Oh, George, or you need to get like, why don't you get a car payment? Why do you still continue to drive around an older car though? Because I am humble though, and it still gets me around, and it's still in pristine condition. So why are you trying to suggest that I get like a car payment, or we're talking about financing and credit when you're not even my wife? So shut up. You're not my wife. You don't
Or
tell me what
what
to do
about
like that. Because I see that too many
or what?
times with boyfriends and girlfriends. That's just me. Okay.
Well, I you actually see it actually going on the first date where certain women expect you to cash out money just to have a discussion with them.
No, you're not my wife, so I'm not going to cash app you squat. How about that? And yeah, I'm just choosing to censor myself because I don't really want to spew out that kind of language on the stream, or not even in my private life either, because it just puts our hearts in the place I don't want it to go into.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I'm
they
not sending you Jack. Go get a job if you want some money, okay?
I mean, but I mean, you know what? Let me not say anything because you
Yeah, I'm
know
sorry,
I'm
Gigi.
gonna have the
This
women.
this
We're
worked
gonna
me
have,
up a little bit, and it made me kind of a little passionate. But it's all coming from a place of just care and love, though. But yeah, it has been something that's irked me, Gigi, because I can see that she's having a good time in the chat over the discussion. You can come up if you want, but yeah, Gigi, you as a married woman, I think you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you do. I believe you do, actually.
okay. Um, First of all, as far as my benefits concerned, they are my
Mm-hmm.
benefits, which consists of my pension, my social security, and my 401k.
And I know your lady's not entitled to it just yet, though, because it's not your
Correct?
wife.
No, no. She is my lady, not my wife. Okay. I
You
will.
love her. I know you.
Yes, I do.
You
Now,
love her
will I
very,
take
very
her?
much. Yes.
Yes. Now, will I take her out? Of course, I'm going to take her out to dine. Of course, I'm going to take her out to show the sights of New York. And I see we have another guest. Good evening, Gigi.
It's
Hey,
my home girl, Gigi. What's going on?
hey,
How?
Georgia. How y'all doing?
Oh,
Oh,
we're doing
yeah.
fine
I
today. How
admit
you
I got a
been?
little upset, but
Why?
passionate in a way.
Oh, about that. What happened? Some girl was trying to run your money or something?
Uh, Not really though. No, it's just I was in a way like living vicariously, kind of like through somebody who was like experiencing that, and I was just drawing from some experiences with like me and my like ex fiance and just stuff that we were doing that were only reserved for a husband and a wife. And it just kind of all just got just hit me in a certain way that just triggered a passion within me.
Well, I think it makes sense that if you don't want to be in a marriage minded mindset, like you should be married first. You shouldn't like move in together because once you move in together, then you are basically playing house, as they say. And then that's where the goals align and the plan begins, right? So, yeah, if you're not really wanting to do that with a person, yeah, you shouldn't move in with them because even though you're not legally married, you're like playing house.
Mm-hmm.
So, those issues are going to definitely arise.
Yeah, playing house is a great way to articulate the issue. But yeah, I'm not playing house with a woman who is not my wife. Get
Yeah.
out. Get out. That's my attitude at this point, Gigi. And it actually has been for at least a couple years so after I had a lot of growing to do. So get out.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you
So,
remember that scene in the movie Hitch where Will Smith said, "Get out." That's my attitude. So
Okay.
so,
what's up,
so,
Jose?
so the women who don't, so the women who don't burn me in effigy. I'm going to say the following. I mean, sometimes both sexes have outrageous expectations when it comes with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that.
Circumstances, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Gigi. Ladies first.
No, I was just saying in certain circumstances, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
idea of something is different than the actual reality of something real.
Yeah.
Yes, people like the idea of something, but when reality kicks in, they back off. But that's just because, like, when you are actually together, then there's no way that you can hide whatever personal challenges you have or whatever even demons you're having, though. They're all going to come out because, like, a lot of people, what they do is that they compartmentalize their relationships with people, meaning that they will just kind of like, kind of keep it a bit casual, though. And it'll be the kind of relationship to where they won't really have to like confront, their own inner challenges or their biases too, But no, if we're going to like quote unquote play house or really get together like that, you cannot compartmentalize our relationship, and things are just going to start to come out. In other words, your true colors.
That is so true. And if me and my lady actually planning for marriage, we will have to have a wide series of discussions regarding how roles are going to be played, finances going to be played. Are we going to have children? I mean, I assume we're going to have children. I mean, but then
Wait, hold
again,
on.
I'm
You say you
62,
want to
so
have a
I don't
baby,
know.
Jose?
I
You
mean,
say you want to have a baby?
I'm
I
just
think that
saying.
Is that what I
I'm
just
just
cool.
heard?
saying.
I hope
This is
so.
something we'll have to discuss.
I hope so, Jose.
Oh,
You,
okay. Yeah, you
I've
still
known.
got
Look,
time.
you
Okay, but
look at Ice T. You and Ice T are pretty much close in age, and look at his daughter, his youngest one. Is that going to be you? I hope so.
yeah, but let's keep it real. By the time my first child is 18 years old, I'll be 80 if I'm still alive.
Well, look at Al Pacino and how he just recently had his own kid at 83. So,
I just think that if you have kids when you're older, you just have to take into account that you got to make sure that you have things in place to support the kid, like, if things go wrong. But other than that, yeah, like people have kids, older in life all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely, I will definitely have um, be available full time to be a father because by then I would have retired.
But how old is your girl?
I think she's like 37.
Oh, okay.
Jose,
Okay.
Jose is robbing the
Jose
cradle.
ready to get it.
He's
Okay.
robbing our good man
Listen,
Jose.
if you want a baby, Jose, if you want a baby, you got to start already planting that seed now in the head because you don't even know like if she wants one at that age. So you have to start working on it.
You know what?
I'm
I
messing.
think you've been
I'm messing with you,
talking with
Jose.
Clara behind the scene.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
No, I just know how women think. Does she have other kids?
She has one child
Oh,
that's I believe 20.
okay.
All right. And Jose, you know I was messing with you, right? When I
So
said that, oh, Jose is a cradle robber, robbing that
I know,
cradle.
I know.
I'm messing with you, man.
Yeah, you know
I
how like
mean,
shit like
hey,
that
I
goes
mean,
around in your space.
Mhm. I'm like, this
I
Jose a
Like
mean,
sugar daddy now?
look, I
that's one of
mean,
the main
look. There's been a
weapons.
last year there was almost too much ish said about me, which I have to laugh when I think about it.
Jose, that would be so wild if you had a baby. I would be actually so happy for you as well.
I
That
would
would be,
too.
yeah, that would be also amazing content.
That would mean that everyone
Yeah, but
on
I
this
don't.
panel has had a kid then.
Yeah, but I don't. I wouldn't want. I wouldn't be discussing my. I wouldn't be discussing my child too much here because I
Yeah,
mean we already seen the weirdos,
yeah,
doing
that's
their
true. That's true.
ish.
Oh, I
No,
kept it
just the
always
fact
Okay.
real
of it.
though.
I don't mean exposing the baby or the kid. I just mean like, just the story of it, I guess. Because I really don't agree with putting kids on YouTube at this point. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. No, I mean,
Okay.
I
Well,
already.
thank you very much for stopping by, Real. But
Bye,
no,
Ria.
I mean, look. I
Is
mean, look.
Multi still in the chat?
I don't know. She might just be listening.
Yeah, she can listen, chit chat. If
I
she wants
mean,
to.
I mean,
Let me see.
let's let me break this down. I've been accused of having an STD. I've been
We
accused
know.
of not practicing dental hygiene. I'm old. I'm lonely. I'm broke. I'm senile. Uh, I'm pathetic. I'm a simp. No. I haven't been called a simp yet. Let's see what else. I'm a grift. I'm a
Speaking of, I literally have been like going on about my regular. I didn't even know what was even going on, y'all. But to be honest about the shit that's going on and the streams that are being made, it is what it is with that. Because when I was up here and we were talking the other day or the other week, I did just randomly drag Vanguard out of nowhere. So it's whatever. He can say whatever he wants. At the end of the day, he just lies about me. So I'm not worried about that. I just want to put that out there, but like I'm not tripping over it or whatever because I did bring his ass up. But at the end of the day, like I said what I said and I meant what I said, and I'm done with it. So we can, move on if y'all want.
well, I mean,
Hmm.
the last time I checked, Gigi, you're not taking a gun to anyone's head and have them forcing them to listen to you, are you?
No, I mean, it's the same problem as always, where it's like, okay, people come on panels, we have panel discussions, and topics come up, and we talk. Like, some people just don't understand that this is still a free country, as far as I mean, I guess and people are gonna say what they want to say. It is what it is. So I said what I said, and then he drugged me, and I don't really care. Like, I don't know if he thinks that I'm gonna go crazy about it, but I don't. It's the same old lies that he's been saying about me for years. So whatever.
Well, I mean, it's basically a bad rerun that keeps resurfacing.
Yeah, but like I said, I did bring him up, so it's whatever. I'll take that. Whatever. I don't even care. Honestly, I don't want to get too into it. Then they act like you're a victim if I even say anything on your platform. Like you're this poor and defenseless. Like at the end of the day, we're all grown and we're all responsible for what we say
Yeah,
as individuals.
yeah, but don't forget, I'm supposed to. I'm the one that's trying to create drama here.
The people that complain about drama the most are the people that love drama the most, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, of course, of course.
But I'm not going to engage in the back and forth or whatever because it's just like been there, done that. I don't really care.
Yeah, we were just talking about growth earlier, though. It's just because, like, how can we uplift our audience? I don't think we can do that, though, with all of that back and forth. That's why I said, like, earlier, though, is that a lot of people just stayed stagnant, such as that girl you two showed me. And I actually forgot all about her, though. It's just because I'm like, girl, you have more energy than I do when I am pumping iron at the gym.
Listen, I'm like, if you can't challenge my talking points with actual talking points and it's only just attacks, lie roasting, and just, I mean, let's be honest, complete utter nonsense. It's just a waste of time. It's
Yeah,
just a waste of time. If you don't have any like clear talking points that make any sense and it's just about attack. Calling me a cunt and all this wild shit, like it just really presents him in a bad light. Like like he proves everything that I say is true, is all I'm gonna say. So that's why he gets mad. Oh, and I do want to bring this up too. He keeps making this weird thing about women and me, and he's just mad that mulatto women like me. All this weirdo shit, talking about I'm gay and I'm this and I'm that. Like, this dude, you need to mind your business, first of all, about me, my family, my husband, my sexuality, because that's not what I'm on YouTube for. So it's just stuff like that that make people creeps. And so when you do that online, people see that. So while you're wasting your time being mad at me for having my opinion, people are actually looking at the content that you're creating and the behavior that you're displaying. So, whatever.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say this. A mí no importa. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. When you do all that, it just makes yourself look bad. So, whatever. Have fun.
Yeah.
But my point
But
still stands. What I said.
I mean, yeah, but
When
I
you're over
find
there
it
calling
amazing.
people slaves and
I
being
find,
racist, call it out. Period.
yeah, but I find it amazing that people that know jack about us, they're the loudest one to come to criticize.
But that's fine because we're on YouTube, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is what it is. That's why I refer to these people as a circus because they act like a bunch of clowns. It seems like each one of them is competing to be the ringleader.
Sorry, excuse me.
But like people, I'm supposed to be so insignificant and just a nothing and just a loser and just the scum of the earth. And it's just like, so then why everything that I say you have to magnify and put so much importance and energy and anger behind? It's like, if I'm really truly all those things in your mind, then you would ignore me, right?
Okay. Excuse me. I just want to acknowledge that Denise is in the chat. Good evening, Denise. Happy New Year. Feliz Dia de los Reyes Magos. I know it was late, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope hubby is doing well, and of course your son Grayson is doing. I'll be doing well. But it makes things very interesting here in these YouTube streets.
All I can say is that we survived. The strong survive, but the weak don't. I think that we illustrated how strong we are. Because I'm not going anywhere. No, 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 no.
Oh yeah, that's right, Denise. You guys are having a real rough situation over there in California, where all
Oh my
those
God, it's
fires.
horrific. It's
Oh yeah,
horrific.
like the Malibu area is on fire. Hollywood Hills, along with the Pasadena area. That
Yeah.
is nuts.
Yeah. And would you believe there's some people talking about Gary Newsom maybe running for president in 2028?
Gavin Newsom. I mean,
Yes.
I've heard about it though, but all I'm going to say is that I hope he wouldn't win, though. To be quite honest, unless he did like a serious overhaul, then I would consider. But I don't think that's going to happen.
I think the last thing I
Well,
saw that it was saying that it was on its way to Calabasas. So it's just raging and raging and is going and going. Like, what is the end plan for this? Are they getting water or like are they just gonna let the whole state burn up? I'm confused.
I heard that Gigi, that also the gas pipelines are going to be shut down in that area, along with the gas pipes extending into southern Nevada. So I don't think that'll really help the issue, though. But that's as far as I know.
yeah. For what little I know about Newsom, I'm not too crazy about him myself.
Mm-mm.
But then again, what do I know? I'm just an old senile, lonely, uh, STD written lunatic.
Oh my God, Jose! Oh wow, yeah. I'll always, even though that's been around for quite some time.
Now,
I'll always
how?
try to
Okay,
say,
okay. Now, how do you allow that happen in a situation where there's fires all over the place when you close down a reservoir for maintenance? How
well,
how how is that possible?
I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-mm. All I can say is that the California's serious drought issue contributed to it, along with the corruption within the PG&E companies, which I know that Denise has to be familiar with. Though PG&E may have also caused that too.
Well, there is also talk that Kamala Harris might run for governor.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
if she does win, then it's because of the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and San Diego. But you look anywhere else on the California Electoral College map, my home state is mostly red if you think about it.
well,
Hasn't been in
considering
40 years. But yeah, go on.
yeah, well, considering the fact that Kamala Harris raised almost $2 billion and actually $20 million into debt, that's not a good statement there.
No, not at all. And not only that, Desi, but she also had multiple billionaires supporting her too. Let's name them: Taylor Swift, Oprah, Jay Z, and Beyonce, Bill Gates, and George Soros. Look them
Yeah,
up. They are all in the billionaire status. What happened? What happened?
yeah.
And Trump didn't hardly had any billionaires support him except for Elon Musk, but Elon Musk was outnumbered by the amount of billionaires who went for Kamala. I think that says a lot.
Yeah. Denise, considering happening what's happening over there in California, are you having second thoughts about moving to New York? I mean, it kind of makes dealing with a couple of, rats not as bad.
Well, she just said, hell no. No, I'm fine staying here on the west side and being in between Utah and Nevada.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, she's entitled to her point of view, and I guess if you what's this? I'd rather be. Oh, come on now. New York is not that bad. At least we don't have fires over here in New York. The governor's not that incompetent.
Well, even your home state of New York is mostly red at this point, too.
Yeah.
If you're really going to take the Big Apple and Albany out of the equation, or Rochester and Buffalo,
You know what? I have a feeling in a few years New York might become red.
it, it once was. Like, because I know you were around for the 1984 election where Reagan won by a landslide.
Okay. Okay, no problem. No problem, Gigi.
Yeah, no problem. My phone has died too before.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look. Well, at least Gigi, you don't have an Obama phone. But look, I mean, look. No, I actually didn't watch the funeral. No,
I
I
think
did
he,
see like
I think he's
how
going
certain
to
individuals.
reference Trump and Obama chit chatting.
Yeah. Look at Irby, because sadly we have the dumbest voter base here in California that votes for more dumb policies like gender affirmation and illegal immigrant law rather than our interests.
Preach right there, Denise.
I mean, that's kind of,
Very, very
I mean,
well eloquently stated, though. And
yeah,
Jose, that's a great deal of the reason as to why my home state is mostly red again. And it's not even a racial issue at all, though. It's a social and economic or socioeconomic issue that has really caused my home state to plunder. because look at the handful of Latinos though who voted red too. Look at the amount of black men who voted red though. Women came out too though who voted red though. This was like the very first time in history where yeah, Trump very much did a great job at reaching out to everybody and even almost flipping my home state because it looks, like I said, practically purple if you think about it.
Okay, but look, let's
Uh,
we got to keep it real, okay?
mhm.
Kamala Harris was clueless on a lot of issues.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. Clueless though, but I do appreciate even Denise's point in regards to the whole gender affirming care stuff though, because she was pushing hard for that. You do that, you're going to turn off a lot of people. If you neglect to talk about the working class, you're going to turn off a lot of people. You're talking about deleting the unborn all the time, though, really pushing that, you're going to turn off a lot of people. And then, like I said before, though, if you're going to tell Christians that they're at the wrong rally, though, because they said that Jesus is king, well, there goes like 2/3 of the US population, which still identifies with Jesus. So I think you are going to cause yourself to walk on thin ice if you're going to do that. And that's exactly what she just did. Don't bark up the wrong tree next time, Kamala.
I mean, and you know what's the crazy part is that the Democrat Party still don't get it why they lost, and
Because they also like to
I don't
lose.
think they're ever going to get it.
You like to lose. You prioritize foreign interests over your own interests, which is people who are already here. You do that, people are going to see that, and you're going to set yourself up to fail. That's exactly what even Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks talks about. And then all of a sudden, people are now calling her like a undercover right winger now because she's saying her stuff, which is honestly factual.
Okay. Denise, if you want, you can hit the link and just opine further. If not, I understand because hey, people are busy.
Yeah, feel free to come on up, Denise. But yeah, man, the whole recap on the if they Denise said they lost because their candidate is trash, abortion, the deplorable state of our country, and because they denied us of the democratic process to select her. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, but one thing we can all agree on: Joe Biden, under no circumstances, should have run for re-election.
No, with his cognitive decline in progress, no. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that too.
And what gets me is that the denial regarding his cognitive decline is incredible. No, he's as sharp. She's as sharp as a tack. If he's sharp as a tack, then I'm skinny with a head full of hair.
Yeah. No, and also when it comes to like Denise, though, I would also say this: Denise is you get what you voted for. Then that goes for everybody, including myself.
Yeah,
You get what you voted for.
yeah. But in
Much
all
like how
fairness,
you live what you
yeah,
believe, you get what you vote for. But sorry,
yeah,
go on.
but in all fairness, Joe Biden should never have run for re-election. There should have been an open process where people can select whoever they wish.
Hmm.
They voted for her a candidate. No one voted for her while screaming that Trump wanted to undo all democracy. And she agrees with your point.
And now people in California have realized that though, and they're like, "Uh-oh, okay, time to change though," because um, I know Denise is familiar with it though, because so San Bernardino County was actually it went blue in the 2020 election, but now San Bernardino County is red again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, but when you have a candidate that her only focus is trying to get celebrities to endorse you and all that stuff, I mean, no wonder why the campaign failed. Oh, that's an interesting name for Newsom.
New
Newscom?
scum. Like Denise, when I was even doing Lyft and Uber all around Las Vegas, um, this guy in my Uber said, "quote unquote," I may lean, center to the left, but I don't like Newsom. So I'm like, dude, man, Newsom, now you kind of have people who traditionally vote blue who are not down with him at all because they see what he's doing.
California, the Urban said California will never be red again unless they have a moderate Republican. You know what? I would respectfully disagree. He kept what insurances can charge for fire insurance, so that the insurance company decided not to cover fire at all together. Really?
You have reached the call.
You know what, Denise? Whenever you do decide to air any content, maybe that'd be something that you could discuss. I mean, just a suggestion. I mean, again, what? I mean, I'm just a senior old man.
Yeah, senile, right?
Yeah. Hey,
I'm messing with you,
but
man.
I mean, whatever helps him get through the night. That's all I can say. But no, but all joking. Oh yeah, that's a scary thought. That is a scary thought. And with the fires, aren't there certain people that their health might be impaired by the fires?
You have reached the Queen of the family. Leave a voicemail if you want.
Hold on one second.
Sure.
Keep talking.
Okay. So I mean, look, I mean, I remember last summer, we had a smoke condition in New York, some fires in Jersey that affected the air, and like we had to um make sure that certain people couldn't go outside because their health was being impaired by the smell of the smoke. Yeah. You know what? That's not a good way to live.
True.
Which is why, Denise, you should reconsider New York and take a look at all that New York can offer. We have theater, we have music, we have parks, we have recreation, okay? And you can actually go outside. And I'm and I'm just trolling.
All right, I'm back, Jose.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back to a movie,
okay. Well,
but
thank you. Well, thank you very much for stopping by.
yeah, anytime. So I want to actually quickly say something though,
Sure, go ahead.
since I've just really been enjoying a lot of the faith-based movies that I've been watching. I enjoy faith-based movies like Christian thrillers and Christian dramas, Christian movies.
Mhm.
So I'll tell you this one movie though that I would recommend.
Sure.
It's called Sinister Minister. And hey, hold on. Hey,
Hey,
embrace
embrace
your
your curls.
curls.
Thank you for stopping by.
Embrace your curls. It's been a minute since I have seen you around, or me and Jose
Well,
though. But it's
actually,
great to see you again. Embrace.
yeah,
What's
she
up?
was here when I gave my stream regarding mulattoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed that one. I couldn't come on for that.
Well, well, you know what I'll do is like I'll talk to you on offline because I would like to set up something where we can talk about the Creole community. Hopefully, Lady Creole Monologue can hop in and we can all discuss it.
All right.
Okay.
Been a lot going on recently. Moved and basically had. Yeah, I get that. Embrace your curls. Also, moving is stressful. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, I agree.
So
It
yeah, I
can
don't
be
blame
very
you. Yeah.
okay. Well, in any case, thank you very much, Giorgio, for stopping by.
All right. Well, I want to finish up though.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
movie is called Sinister Minister. Now, I'm not going to say much about it. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But the only thing I'm going to say is this, okay?
Yes.
Be careful who you marry, whether you're in the church or not. Okay?
Hmm.
Even in the church, be careful who you marry. And that's all I'm going to say about the movie.
Okay. Is this is in Netflix or
You can even find it online, though. Just type in like
okay?
a sinister minister, and then like there you go.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely check it out this weekend.
Yeah, yeah. For anybody who's into it, or even if you have some movies, hey, I'll, I'll be here.
Okay.
But other than that, peace out.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. So, this is no. You know what? Maybe I need to do these streams. Start doing these streams at a later time. Okay. First of all, here's shout out to the people that's watching this stream as we speak. Um, okay, I hope all of you has hit the like button. Okay, um, but I really do appreciate all the interaction that's in the chat, and I really appreciate the fact the people that appear on the panel, which is of course my brother from another mother, Giorgio, and my good friend Gigi, and it was good to see Multi again after a long time. Um, and again, I'll say this again, Multi, you've been sorely missed, but things do happen, and there are more important things out there in life other than YouTube. So basically, I have said all I'm gonna say. Um, if anyone wants to hit the panel for a couple of minutes, otherwise I will start to wrap this up. But in all seriousness, the situation in California with the fires, it's very serious. Well, yeah. Well, you know what? To be perfectly honest, it was a surprise to me. Now she's known as Cake. And But I will say this: I really do appreciate all the interaction. Denise, if you're still listening, um, I'll DM you tomorrow. Maybe we're gonna have a phone call this weekend. If nothing else, just to catch up on things and what yeah. But in all fairness, sometimes people don't always get the notifications right away. Okay, so just out of curiosity, embrace your curls. Do you have Instagram? Because what I can do is um, what I'll do is I can send you the what you call it. I'm trying to remember what the heck it is. The screenshot regarding the upcoming screen, so that at least that way, um, you will be made aware regarding whenever I go live. Now I do know that okay, some people they don't always get the notifications. Um, Maybe what you need to do is set everything to all notification to all. So therefore, uh, when I do go live, you will get the notice. Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? I'll look you up this. I'll look you up this weekend. Okay. Um, Hopefully you accept my invitation for me to follow you on Instagram. Okay. But in any case, I will start to wrap this up because it looks like no one is going to accompany me. But I will say this much: I think this has been a very good stream. We were able to talk a lot of things, and and that's a good thing about open discussion. I mean, we can talk about anything and everything, and also, it allows for independent thought. So, but in any case, a huge shout out to everyone that's on the chat. A huge shout out to those who appear on the panel. Now, let me just make a notation. Uh, okay. At, just give me a moment. No, no one. Check. Let me just highlight this again one more time. Okay. I just want to make sure I wrote it down correctly. Okay. Yeah. And of course, the playback game. Please, you're more than welcome to do your thing and make a comment. And if you want to share it, fine, as long as not using it to attack other people. So, and of course, um, I'm going to close the same way that I always close. We must do everything possible to avoid the presence of the mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do that, we will be infected by the stupidity and massive insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Hossein Negron. Wishing all of you a great weekend. Take care and peace.